one. Only one song about a lump.
No, it was actually about moving to the country and eating a lot of peaches.
I bet there's other songs about eating peaches. I feel like.
Yeah, Justin Bieber has a very famous one.
Yeah, and Peaches and Cream.
Yeah.
That was a huge R&B song, obviously.
Yeah.
But very few that are about lumps.
Very few about lumps.
Yeah.
Although, humps.
Those lovely lady lumps. Okay.
So
Valid.
at least two.
Yeah.
At least two.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? What's lump?
What's lump?
lump?
Oh my! I'm definitely gonna start
Just saying that
saying
to
that
people.
to you.
What's lump?
What's lump?
Well, then it'll be impossible to not just start singing that song.
I think if you hear it, actually when we played the show, that was the one that brought people up.
Yeah,
Like
the
as soon as you
Springfield
start
cover
playing,
show.
you start
when we
playing
covered
Lump.
Presidents of the United States with Lump.
Yeah,
It got the crowd
it
going.
got the crowd going. It's unexpected.
It's unexpected.
And really,
I think it is. Yeah. Well, it's one of those songs that even if you say the title or the band's name, people are like,
Do people
okay,
know that?
Yeah, maybe. And then they hear the song and they're like, oh, one, of course, this song is called Lump.
lump. They say it a lot.
But two, I totally know this song and I've known it for a very long time.
Which, if anybody ever tries to play it, so they tune their guitars really weird.
Oh yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, and so they famously use like weird string combinations
Yeah,
too. Like they
yeah.
don't even have all the strings in their guitars. So when you go to cover it,
Yeah.
it's very hard to mimic it.
Well, B flat to C sharp is what we did. That
Yeah,
was
we
like
ended up
ours.
sort of fudging it. It sounds correct.
It works.
It
It works
works.
for live. If you were to play it along with the recording,
There's a little dissonance,
quite a lot of dissonance.
but it sounds great live.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Hey,
How are you?
swell. How was your day?
Today was just fun. Today was just funny. It's totally fine. Although I almost started off totally fine. No, read for a little while.
Right. Well, we have a
drank my
routine. We
coffee,
like.
got into my routine, and then it's Monday, so it's running day.
That's when we go to run.
Went to the gym that is back open. It was closed for a few days last week, which
It was rough.
finally on track, and then the gym closed. But anyway, and we got to the gym and dropped my things off in my locker, pulled my hair back, got myself ready, and then as I was walking, because like the women's locker room is on the 5th floor, the cardio room is on the 4th floor.
I was already in there. I was on a treadmill.
I know these are like details you really want to know.
Okay, they're visualizing.
They're visualizer. But so I'm walking down the stairs and I sort of like cross paths with this girl who's also walking toward the cardio room, and she has a Kindle in her hand. And there are treadmills, there are ellipticals, there are bike machines, there are like stair steppers. She could have been getting on any of those, but I was like, whatever she's doing, it's not going to be fast or hard.
Low impact.
Pretty low impact, which is amazing. That's wonderful. You've gotten your ass out of bed, you're doing something
Right.
physical, you're also doing something mentally exercising. That's great. So I walk into the cardio room and you're already on a treadmill.
Yes.
Kind of at the far end, and I'm like, wow, pretty much almost just like 2 treadmills left. Like, damn. So I grabbed my little towel and I filled up my water bottle, and I see the Kindle girl go to one of the treadmills, and I'm like, okay, fine. And every single person on a treadmill was walking. Once again, totally fine. That's great. And there's one treadmill left, and so I'm like, nice. Look at all of us on the treadmills. This is incredible. The fucking treadmill's broken.
Tragedy. Oh my God.
It was a tragedy because
It
I
was.
was so geared up to run. I was excited for it. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna feel good after this. And for not a single goddamn person except for you to be running on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'm like, get on a goddamn elliptical. I'm sorry. It's the same thing.
There is a track there. You could
There's
just
a
walk.
track.
Yeah.
There are just so many other things you could be doing to get the same cardio out of it, because you're not doing shit for your legs right now.
Right.
And I'm trying to run. And I can't run on any of those things.
Right.
And
It was definitely an awkward way to start the day.
it was just,
but you problem solved.
But I problem solved. But anyway, yeah, so I was just like, well, and then the people that kill me, because now everyone's into inclined walking.
Right.
But the people who have it on like a very extreme incline, but then are holding onto the bar.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing anything. You might as well be walking flat.
I'm sure it has a little bit.
Fine, then raise it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't raise it up so it's almost vertical and then hold on to the bar so that you're holding yourself. I mean, I guess maybe you're getting like more of an upper body workout. I don't know. It just, so I just turned around. For a minute, I was like, fine, I'm putting on my squash shoes and going to play squash.
I thought you might.
That
I
I
thought you
haven't
might,
played
yeah.
in like 2 years. And I was like, no, I haven't done that in like 2 years. And I need just like normal cardio. Now, last week, when the gym was closed and we felt like we needed to fucking let some energy out, became very, very grateful for our 4-story building with a large stairwell.
Yeah.
2, in fact. And so today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run the stairs again.
Yep.
And it was great. I got the cardio that I needed, felt good doing it, worked some different muscles, which I think is always important. You don't want to get completely stuck in the same thing over and over again. So ultimately it was a very fine morning.
We could have just gone for a run outside.
Probably not. It's still very
It's pretty slush,
snowy. Well,
yeah.
what's happening now is enough things, not that it's getting above freezing by any means, but just like the salt is melting a lot of things.
Well, it
Just
can
like,
work if it's above 20 degrees.
well, just
then the salt
exhaust
works
coming
better.
from buildings, like things are getting slushy and then they're freezing. So there actually are a lot of ice patches now, which just makes things difficult. And I'm like, I want to keep my wrists and my
Yeah.
fingers and my
It's funny.
knees and my ankles.
I would have anticipated the treadmills being full right after New Year's, when
Yeah.
people do the resolutions.
Yeah. It was
And
quiet. It was dead.
It's been pretty quiet. It was weird. I think that's the weird thing is, at our gym, there's always treadmills.
Always treadmills, always the same people.
Yeah. These
Today,
were a smorgasbord of different people.
I didn't
Yeah.
recognize anybody.
Yeah.
And not to say get the fuck out of the way, but get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. Hey,
No, I'm
this
just
is-
kidding.
This is our
I'll
gym.
never knock anybody down for showing up.
Oh, it's amazing.
Getting on the
Yep,
treadmill,
yep.
getting on the mat. Good for you. That's amazing. And you know what? I got over it really quickly because I'm very fortunate to have an alternative.
Yeah.
There were like 5 alternatives, but I chose the stairs today.
The stairs.
There was yoga. There was
The stairs.
the stairs. So that was the morning. That was probably the funniest thing. And then kind of a solid day at
Yeah.
the little tattoo supply store. And
You're getting good at reels. You're becoming a really good social media personality.
okay, so I kind of had a thought as I was working on my reels today. I ended up doing 2. I did one for the tattoo supply store and I did one for the bakery. And they were completely different. But I sort of had this revelation that I'm going through maybe my second like growth spurt / learning curve in life. Whereas I feel like from sort of my initial childhood growth spurt learning curve where you're just like, okay, everything's new and we're doing it and some things are hard and you're not getting it right away. Between that and like now, I feel like any like new technology, any new thing that's just sort of approached me, I've not necessarily been like good at it right away, but like had a desire to want to do it, or I've just picked it up really quickly. And I'm in this moment now, especially when it comes to technology, where one, it's just I'm slower at learning it. Like when I think back to the MySpace days when we were like somewhat coding to create,
right,
like
yeah. It
that
was
came out of
really-
nowhere and
really
we were all
complicated.
just doing it.
Yeah.
And now it's like all these things are coming out of nowhere and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know how to just sort of jump in and do that. But even bigger is the sort of reduced desire to want to or to even care. Not necessarily that I'm doing it, but that I'm doing it quickly.
Yeah.
So, for example, today when I was doing the reels, yes, I do want to learn how to do them because I think it'll be beneficial for our business and I think that they can be really fun. But I was kind of fine with it being like mediocre and I was kind of fine with it taking a long fucking time to do. And I haven't had that as an adult.
Right.
Or really as someone who's aware of what's going on. So I'm like, is this the sort of like this second coming of these
Well, I
like
think
learning
you
curves?
forced yourself to do it enough to where it didn't feel so foreign and so gross. You know, it was a major turnoff working with it before. You were like, oh, I just feel weird doing it.
I know, but what I'm saying is this is the first time I've felt that with something. And I
Yeah.
think it's an age thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm at an age where it's like, listen, I've learned a lot of things. I've done a lot of stuff at this point. Obviously, so much more to go. But this sort of just like innate ability and or desire to do it quickly, to be able to just jump into it and do it quickly, it's just kind of, it's not really there.
Yeah, I
It's
would
just
say
kind of
that
interesting.
the MySpace stuff is you had a lot more time and less responsibilities. You know,
For sure.
when we were younger, these things were easier because we could just take them, and we were on the ground floor of figuring it
Very
out.
singularly focused.
Yeah, and there's been a gap, like Reels have been around for a minute, but before that were Vines, and before
Yeah.
that were like, people were, like you're on Snapchat a little bit, but you haven't
Yeah.
taken the time. If we would have been younger and we were already making content,
Right.
and as this new technology came out and now it's TikTok and Reels, well, we would have been like, oh, we understand this.
Yeah.
We have a relationship with it. It's so much easier for us to jump into. But while all that was happening, we were playing music and starting businesses. And doing,
Okay, yeah.
and
Yeah,
doing
maybe
other
it
stuff.
is just the time thing. It's just
I
when
think
you're
it's really-
younger, it's the one thing you're focusing
Yeah.
on. You're not having to split your brain into a million different parts and then focus on this or that. It's probably exactly what it is. But it was just funny today where I was just like, if I were a teenager,
Yeah.
I'd be like obsessing over this, but I'm not. And
No.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care, but it's
But it's fun. I'm actually
automatic.
enjoying
They're
it.
already getting so much better. Like, it's just one of
Thank
those
you.
things, like, the more you do it, you're going to be able to just do it so quickly.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, half of it is just kind of learning the hotkeys, learning
Yeah.
where your fingers go, how they're
I have
sort of
no idea
messing with
at all.
things. Yeah, but it was just pretty funny to think about, all while also thinking about my nephew who's about to be 1 and is learning everything for the first time.
First time.
And everything's new, and he's just kind of like, all right, now this is a block, and I'm putting
Yeah.
it over here.
Well, over the holiday,
and-
we were with him over the holidays, and I kept saying that to his parents, to your sister and our brother-in-law, and I was like, well, this is the first time you're seeing this.
Seeing this,
It was
yeah.
Christmas stuff, so it's like, you've never seen a tree.
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
Yeah.
You've never seen wrapping paper like that. You know, like
Yeah.
just sort of trying different foods. You know, we were just like giving little tastes of things. It's like, you've never had this before.
Yeah, exactly. I
Which is
know.
wild, you know.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm with a baby, I'm like, this is all brand new to you.
It's cool. It's very cool.
It's important to be like a baby, to not get jaded, you know?
Yeah, be like a baby
Still be
in
excited.
certain ways.
Well, that's a blank slate thing, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
Taoist shit or something.
Yeah.
Like, be the blank slate.
Right.
Like, I still try to be surprised all the time, you know? Let the world surprise you.
When was the last time you feel like you were truly surprised about anything?
Oof.
About what somebody did? You're like, wow, you did that. Or like, oh my God.
All the time.
Yeah.
Because people always like, just because it is consumed so much of our time, whether it is tattooing or music, like, it's always like, I anticipate people will use something one way. Let's say our
Right.
parlor suites, our suites, we have like spaces, and I'll be like, this is how I would have set it up.
Right.
This is how I would arrange a room.
Right.
And then they never do that at all.
It's always
never.
like the complete opposite or just something you
100%.
didn't even think of.
100% they will do something completely different. And I'm like, that is interesting.
Not necessarily better, not
Necessarily
necessarily worse.
No, I'm not passing
all,
judgment.
but
I'm
you're
just like, so
yeah.
all the time people like how they arrange their rooms or even how they do their booking or their social media or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would have never for once. That is wild. And it's not like a big twist. It's not an M. Night Shyamalan kind of
Right,
twist or
right,
something where,
right.
whoa, I'm surprised. But it's like, and same thing, like our maintenance guy at my studio, he never fixes things the way I would anticipate them being fixed.
Well,
I remember
he doesn't fix them
So they
is the
couldn't-
problem.
I've never had air conditioning that actually works, and for years they couldn't fix it. So he was like, well, I can't vent, into your space. So like if you're running an air conditioning unit, the hot air has to go somewhere.
Right,
Normally
right.
you would vent that outside.
Right, yeah.
But there wasn't a window or a way to do that. So he just cut holes in the drop ceiling and duct taped tubes to that.
To vent into the
vent
drop
it into the drop
ceiling.
ceiling, which is in a separate room.
Surprise.
Oh, years later, those tubes are still just duct taped.
Well, no, I wasn't going to say that. There was the day that there was so much heat and moisture going up there, it like didn't one of the drop ceiling panels like disintegrate and
Oh, yeah,
fall?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just like,
because it's just wet, hot air.
Somehow
Yeah.
this person's employed.
What I'm
But
saying,
we
I
digress.
was genuinely surprised.
Genuinely surprised. Yeah, yeah. But how's your day?
My day was swell. Yeah, I had 2 appointments. I tattooed one of your horsey girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really fun. Although I did not tattoo a horse on her, I tattooed 3 little cats.
Yeah.
Which was very sweet. And then I had a client tap out, but she's coming back.
Yeah. Well, she's also getting her ribs blasted.
This is not the
so-
worst. I remember I did have a client one time. We were doing a Star Wars battle scene
Yeah.
on his ribs.
Yeah.
It was going to
I
be like
remember this.
it should have only taken like maybe 6 to 8 hours. It ended up being like
Not all at once. but
not all at once, but
maybe do at least a 3 or 4 hour session.
Yeah, we would do 3 to 4 hours each time. We ended up having to do like 14, like 45, 30 to 45 minute
He was
sessions.
a skinny guy.
He was a skinny guy, but he just couldn't handle it at all. You know, and I appreciate him pushing through.
Right.
But when you like sort of estimate, okay, I'm going to block out X amount of time for the day.
Oh yeah, of course.
then
And someone's just like, I can't do it.
can't
You
do it.
can't force them to keep
No,
going.
no, and the worst
You're not
thing
like, come on, buddy, suck
Yeah,
it
no,
up.
no,
Like
no.
it's like, no, I know that my job is to inflict pain on you. I'm not gonna push that.
Now I
any
will
further.
like sometimes people need that encouragement.
Yeah.
So you got to
I get
read.
it.
You got to read the room.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you'll have someone and you have to like listen to them. Like, okay, do they need me to tell them they're strong?
Right.
Do they need me to tell them that they're powerful, or do they need me to call them a little bitch?
Right.
You know, and then you
exactly.
got to kind of feel it out. Like, all right, are you being?
Do you ever get it wrong?
No, no, because I just read their reaction.
Yeah.
If they respond negatively,
If they're like giggling a little bit
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
chuckle too, you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, you
I
gotta
can
feel it
push you.
out.
If they're like, you're like, okay, maybe we should.
I've never had anybody completely give up.
That's good.
Like everybody's always like, hey, that's it for today.
Yeah, but come
let's,
back.
Let's look at the calendar. Let's figure out when I can come
yeah,
back.
yeah. I think that's great.
No, I do too.
I really do.
I was thinking about sort of your childhood.
My
and-
childhood.
Well, in my space, I guess
Oh.
what I was thinking about is sort of, was there, this came up in conversation today, was there a space when you were a youth that was your third space? Because everyone's talking about third spaces now and the death of the third space. I hear it all the fucking time. Like people used to hang out at coffee shops, but people don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Or there used to be like, you know, specifically like, I don't know, youth centers or different
Right,
things. Was there a
right.
thing like?
The whole time there were things. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
as a child, it was the cul-de-sac. Mm-hmm. You would grow up in a cul-de-sac that had 4 families that all had primarily girls, my age and my sister's ages, and the third space would be, you know, the cul-de-sac is
That's
sort
what I
of
was
the
gonna say. I'm like,
communal
it's just those are just
space.
homes, yeah.
But I mean, they were outside of our homes, and we would kind of all share it together.
Okay.
As a kid, no, we weren't. I mean, I'm talking about like childhood,
Right,
like
right.
0
Yeah,
to
yeah.
10 type of thing. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and so oftentimes, like, we would just all the kids would be at our house. So there wasn't like we didn't go to a daycare. We
There
didn't
wasn't
go
a
to like
community center or like,
there was a pool. I mean, we had a pool, so we'd go to the
Yeah.
pool a lot. We'd go to the beach a lot. I
Yeah,
mean, this was
yeah.
all in South Carolina. Now, when we moved to Dayton, there was the teen center
yeah.
at the community center. So there was the pool and then the teen center, and that was probably between like 5th and 6th and 6th and 7th grade summers, I would say. You'd go to the teen center, and they had pool tables and couches, and it was right off of the pool, so you could kind of go there. And then once I got into high school, I did start going to the coffee shops.
Yeah.
So I got pretty alternative. Thought I was super
Well, that
cool.
was sort of the like sort of golden era.
Oh,
of that,
absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah. It was the golden era of indie music,
Yeah.
and there was a coffee shop called Paccia, and it was in like the main going out area in Dayton in the Oregon district. And I mean, yeah, I was 16,
Yeah.
hanging out there.
That's what I was thinking. It's
And
not,
what was funny, though, is I
it's
didn't
not
even-
work. It's not school.
Right.
It's not home. Where's
Right.
that space
yeah.
where people go?
I mean, also just spent a shit ton of time walking and biking around.
Yeah.
Both living in South Carolina, that's what I mean about the kind of the cul-de-sac space. And then in Oakwood, it was just like you were constantly just on the sidewalks, on your bikes, bouncing from one place to another. There was a really cool wooded area with a stream. We would go hang out there, smoke a ton of weed.
Yeah.
But mainly just out and about. Starbucks and Graders actually were big hangout spots.
I think Starbucks is
So-
the big thing that's changed.
Yeah, I would say Graders actually almost more than Starbucks.
Yeah.
At one point, we did end up having a friend who worked there, so we would just go and hang out while he was working,
Yeah.
and I don't even know if we would get ice cream.
Yeah.
But I don't know, at the parks, we would sort of hang out at some of the parks, mainly just tromping around.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, there were no third spaces. I lived in the country.
Yeah.
So it was like, I guess when I think third space,
Yeah.
it's that sort of more like a center, a youth center,
Right.
or a community hall. coffee shops, 100%. That's like maximal. Like that was the third space for a long time. Cafes, diners. I think of like the old guys in the morning at a diner. But where's that space that's not home, that's not work, and sort of how we've chipped away at that.
Yeah.
And Starbucks specifically. Starbucks was built around that.
Right.
But now it's almost only mobile orders and as fast as possible.
Right.
People don't have meetings there anymore, or just hang out all day and work, and then like people almost have office hours. People used to just like post up, and like friends would just come in and out all day, and you're just at the coffee shop or something.
Yeah. But now all these co-working spaces are coming up. And
Well,
I feel
now
like
they're trying to replace that.
Yeah.
But then it's still like, what I don't like is you pay a subscription fee to be
A membership or
you
something.
have to pay a membership for a third space to then like work there. I don't know. It feels weird when it's not a club. It's like something geared. I don't know. There's a weird energy happening where people long for the idea of what were third spaces.
Right.
And they're trying to artificially recreate it.
Exactly.
But it doesn't feel authentic.
Right. Just open up a business and allow people to come in and hang out.
It's not just a cool spot to hang out.
Exactly.
Now
You're telling people this is the cool space to hang out without people just organically creating it as the cool space.
This is going to be like a theme for this year. I can feel it. Hate gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Altogether.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like
yeah.
in any industry. And I think, if you want people to utilize your space, if you want people to surprise you,
open it up.
then you got to open it up.
Yeah.
You got to open source the code.
Yeah.
You've got to just put all the information out there.
Yeah.
Like even when people come to us as a competitor for our industry, we're very open about exactly how we do everything.
Well, it's just, we talk about this all the time, but it's just, what an amazing opportunity to learn something.
Yeah.
Either to
always.
learn how to do something or how not to do something.
Yeah.
And it's like you're only limiting yourself if you're limiting what you're exposing yourself to, what you're allowing to come into your space. I mean, like you said, just when you think about what some of the artists have done with their suites, Parlor Suites, it's like, I never would have thought to do that, but fantastic idea.
Yeah.
I might do that somewhere else now, but I never would have thought of it. But I allowed you to come into the space, do what you wanted to do with it, within reason, of course. Now I have this amazing new idea or an understanding that you can do this with a blank slate or whatever.
Yeah.
But I completely agree.
Yeah. I hope that there's a return right now to people wanting human interaction.
Yes.
To wanting the real thing.
Yes.
What was the word we heard today?
Fidgetal.
Fidgetal. Yeah, it's funny because people were online ordering exclusively.
Getting it delivered. Having zero interaction.
But now people kind of want to order online but go pick
pick it up. Exactly. You might still just sit in your car and have someone bring it to you, or you might go in and
Which
get
is
it
interesting.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fidgetal thing.
The fidgetal.
And I don't know if that's because you're getting it more quickly
for sure
than if you were to have it
sort of
delivered.
designated pickup time, so that but
people are realizing that it's actually just so much easier to go out and buy something.
just go pick it up.
Yeah.
We have had. Well, I guess you've started getting stuff delivered. We tried to not have things delivered for a long.
DoorDash and stuff.
DoorDash,
Yeah.
the Uber Eats or anything like we.
I have a couple
avoided
of times and honestly been very successful with it.
Yeah.
Just if I'm stuck at work and I cannot leave my post
I just
because
remember like
it has to be open.
I have a once bitten, twice shy relationship with it after that goddamn Chinese food
yeah,
order.
well, that was terrible.
And it was just like hours and hours, and you could tell that they stopped and were like doing a drug deal, and then they just like took our food and disappeared. And I was like, never again.
I know.
Never again.
Yeah, I don't know which service that was. It doesn't matter, but I think it was a good 3 years before I tried it again, and it's gotten better. And now I've pretty much only done it for myself.
Yeah.
I don't think you and I have actually like placed like, okay, like we're getting this for dinner.
No.
It won't work. I know it won't.
Well,
I've gotten like salads delivered for lunch.
I think, we're in such a amazing situation where, there's 20 restaurants within like 2 blocks of us.
Right. You call them and go
what do
pick
you
it
want?
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I do think that I do agree with you that a lot of people are longing for that interaction.
Oh, so much.
Well, when you think about it, I mean, it was beginning before COVID, but it's been 6 years since COVID.
It has, which is crazy.
That's a long time, and that's a long time to have sort of been isolating yourself.
Do you remember what we're, so right
So
now,
I could feel the desire for it.
6 years ago, there were murmurs.
Yeah.
It's February. It's
Yeah.
February 2nd right now.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day. Happy Groundhog Day.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Puxatani. I'm trying to remember, we already had plans for the business. Like, I remember in March of 2020 having a meeting with people to pitch the idea of parlor
Yeah.
suites. And then
Yeah.
it was like, you were about to go to France.
Oh, yeah.
You were making plans to go to France.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And I was going to work in New York.
Oh, my God.
So we would have been
yeah.
like a month out from me going to New York, you going to France,
Yeah.
trying to get funding for a business. We had all of this shit in operation.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
Which, you know what? It's fine. It's probably all for the better. Who knows where we would be if that had happened?
Well, yeah, you'd be a completely different person.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, it sucked, but
Sucked for everybody.
whatever. You don't know what it would be like without it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why even dwell? Sometimes I actually hate bringing up COVID because it's like, it fucking happened and it's over and we're all, something because of it.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's
Yeah.
a thing that happened in life. Fine.
Yeah.
So is yesterday.
All right. I
So
accept.
is-
I accept.
But a lot of trauma came out of it. I do understand that.
The biggest thing is everybody experienced something.
Which, okay, so
It's
I
like-
was literally just about to just randomly bring up, but it's not random anymore. Are aliens our only hope for bringing us all together?
Oh, I've said it a million times.
I
Yes.
know.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. No, it doesn't have to be aliens. It could be,
Well, something that threatens all of us.
yeah,
again.
what is an alien? I was going to say it could be like, yeah, an underwater volcano that threatens the world. It could be
Yeah.
an asteroid.
Anything that threatens
you
the
need an
world
outside threat
as a whole.
because otherwise, this is how I think about it, and I'm going to formulate this idea as I'm speaking because I brought it up a lot recently. So over the holidays with your family, we had a very swell time,
It was a swell time.
and there was little to no drama.
Correct.
People really didn't argue or
Yeah.
bicker.
No. I think if anything, people just got maybe a little tired.
But I think because we tried to like pack in events, there was like a theme or a dinner every night. There were things we were going to
Yeah.
go do or see.
Yeah.
There were puzzles and live music. And
Not
so,
all like entirely planned out, but like ideas of it, and
So what I'm saying
and then
is-
we would formulate them.
we've had a long time as a human race, just like being humans here on Earth.
Yeah.
And we keep creating more and more problems for ourselves because we're making it easier, right? So like as less problems happen and less things we have to solve,
Yeah.
then we start to fight amongst ourselves.
Right.
Then we have to create these problems and issues because we're fucking bored.
Right.
That's what
right.
I'm getting at.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Boredom breeds drama. For
Yeah.
most of human existence, we were hungry.
Right.
We were dying. Disease,
It's your
pestilence
natural state
is to be heightened.
to be heightened, to
At
be
all times.
worried, to be
You're on alert.
concerned, to be alert. Yeah.
Okay, you eliminate that. Well, what do you get? You get civil unrest,
Yeah.
right? Political unrest. Well, you killed God, so now you're not even afraid of that.
Exactly.
So you got nothing you're even trying to live for anymore.
Work towards.
So now
obey.
people are just battling each other. So we need a distraction, essentially.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need a common enemy.
Yeah.
We need a thing that we're working towards.
Yeah.
That's how you solve the world's problem.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that no government has tried this yet. I mean,
Just fake it.
they make
Just say there is, so everyone chills out.
instead they make artificial wars
Yeah.
against countries. They do regime changes. They say there's weapons of mass destruction. Oh, we're worried about this nuclear fallout. Oh, they make up all these things that aren't the right thing.
Yeah.
Just do aliens.
Just do aliens.
Just do aliens.
The technology is there to make it look so realistic.
Didn't I tell you? I feel like I was telling you one day. I was like, make it like in 1984. There's like I can't remember the fake country now or whatever, but it's always like the countries, like we're winning against them. Oh, now they've struck and they're winning against us.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now we're allies against this other country. Oh no, they've cheated on us and now we're like
Back
rallying
over-
against
yeah,
them.
yeah.
But no war ever actually happens.
Right,
Nothing ever actually
right.
happens. I think with the alien thing, you don't even have to like kill people.
No.
You just have to like
Just keep saying they're getting
just
closer.
keep saying they're getting closer,
Yeah.
and then you like build up the military. You launch some drones into
You get
space.
everyone like physically back in shape.
Then you got to build factories to build the drones to then shoot up.
Look
Then
at all these jobs.
Look at all these jobs. You launch them all into space, and then like it works. It works 4 times, but then it doesn't work the 5th time.
Oh no!
You know, and
the threat is again.
And then yeah, and it's so simple. I don't understand how you don't just fucking do that and get everyone hyped.
You know what, Matt? Maybe they're working on it.
AI is going to figure it out.
That might be what we're fighting.
Is there anything that you think we will use AI for?
You and I.
Because I feel like we always talk about implications of artificial intelligence, and most people are always like, "That's going to kill all these jobs," you know, or
Yeah.
it's gonna kill all of us,
Right.
You know, but like, do you see a practical application?
I mean, I've already used a practical application in the way that I store, like file and store all the waivers, the health department waivers.
How you did that was essentially almost an AI assistant.
Right.
So it's almost like
yeah.
if Google was better, if you could, that's a conversational. I'm just thinking about, you're right. It's exactly right how you did it. What did it do? It just was able to like find the information that you needed.
Yeah, basically I would receive the form and then I would store it in a different program in a file for the artist, and then in the artist file would be the client's name, and I was basically able to, I guess, yeah, more than anything, I used AI to help me figure out how to generate the code to tell it to integrate with the different platforms to go in the right folders to land where I needed it to land. But otherwise, I don't know. What comes to mind for you first?
Mine's not as much like AI. I guess the thing I bring up all the time is...
Well, and I guess maybe I'm just a little bit confused about AI.
Well, right now, all it is a large language model.
Right.
So essentially, it's like synthesizing a bunch of data and making it easily accessible, right?
Right.
That's what it is right now.
And that's how I use it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the only thing I use it for. When I basically want a more concise answer than what I'm going to find by just Google searching.
Which for a lot of people, that's their job.
Yeah.
Their job is to look up information or put information in a specific place.
Right.
You know.
Right.
We've really just seen the beginning of AI agents, which I think is going to be whatever.
Which maybe that's what I don't quite understand.
It would be like, you can essentially like, you can be like, all right, you're my AI agent, Bill.
Yeah.
And you're going to be my secretary who puts this data in a place or looks up this specific data, and you can train it to do things that you need it to do.
Yeah.
Which, if it was just a human that used a computer,
yeah.
Well, now you eliminate the human. It's just a mind that uses the computer. So you can have a little guy who does all the shit for you.
Okay. But there is an initial sort of training that you have to put, or not even, I mean,
I think
training's going to be kind of an antiquated term.
You won't even have to train them. They'll just be like,
hey, you just say like, hey, I need you to do these things.
Hey, I need a paralegal. I need a guy who can look up all this information for me, who can sort it out and put it in the proper file format.
Yeah.
Who can do it in APA style or whatever, who can write up the documents. I need a guy who can just do that.
And that's pretty much all you have to say to it.
Then
and it takes all the information that is in the internet about what a paralegal is and how it works.
It'll already know that.
Is,
It'll already know that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It takes that information and it's like, cool, I can be an APA format paralegal, here you go.
Yeah. So
and then you just give it the information that you want it to do something
You can just
with.
tell it I need cases pertaining to this.
Yeah.
I need you to cite the sources, and I need it laid out in this way.
Yeah.
You know, so you won't even have to explain anything else.
I bet there will be a way, just thinking about my current situation and the things that I have to do, a way to order inventory.
Yep.
I mean, this is all kind of like a cycle, but like, one, it'll be able to track inventory and then reorder it based on parameters I've set. But then once the inventory is received based off of the invoices that come in, it'll be able to put those numbers, that information onto the site, so then it's the inventory is now, stock has been received, it's updated, everything's good to go. I didn't touch it. I basically just said, even if I even said
I bet that's
how many things I wanted to order.
I would almost guarantee if we were to look right now,
Yeah.
that we can set it to reorder product at a certain amount,
Yep.
that it would download the tracking,
Yeah.
and once it's delivered and tracking confirmed, it would repopulate with the inventory.
Yeah.
I bet that is
It's probably an
already-
easy one.
That's
Yeah.
already a thing. But that's the thing that people are doing now, and for years
Right.
people have done.
Me?
Yep, but people have done that for inventory everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, what does that do? Well, it creates more time.
Right.
So hopefully in our situation, like you're a one-woman operation,
Yeah.
so if you were able to eliminate just the data entry portion,
Right.
you don't have to worry about hiring someone else to do that.
Right.
It maximizes the time you could put towards
Just putting it away.
making reels.
Making reels. Exactly.
No, I don't even know if there is like augmented reality is the instant thing that I would really love that I think could like help my job out.
Yeah.
But it's just frustrating because I feel like nobody gives a fuck about augmented reality right now.
Yet.
There's like virtual reality. People really, really want virtual reality really, really hard. And I'm like,
Yeah.
AR is like the cooler shit. I think that's gonna be way
It's
more
more
fun.
practical.
Yeah.
It does keep you in the real world.
I think
which
right now
is
it's just
very important.
too difficult. Meta's gonna get there with the Meta glasses, but like
Yeah.
to get images on wearables that are cool,
Yeah.
because people don't know where shit that like the what were the Apple,
glasses are
what are
cool,
the
is what
Apple
you're saying.
goggles called?
I
The-
don't know.
Whatever.
Not cool enough, I guess.
They're not cool. Already I forget the already I
Yeah.
forget what the Apple
Yeah, I
goggles
don't
are called.
remember. Yeah.
But they have a pass through. So
Yeah.
like but it's cameras shooting out that then projected on the inside.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you need the tech where it's things that feel projected in front of you,
They look like Ray-Bans.
but they look like Ray-Bans. They gotta look cool.
Yeah.
People will only look so dumb.
Totally.
Yeah. Now in the
Totally.
privacy of your own home,
No, doesn't care at all.
don't care at all.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll wear whatever the Quest goggles. People love that shit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you and I were both walking around with our pajama pants up to our chests the other night like fucking nerds
Yeah, we do
in
that.
the privacy of our own home.
That's a healthy couple, you know.
I think so too. I think, given the old upper lip tuck.
Well, you got to be a
every
little
now and
weird.
then, it's
You gotta-
pretty good.
your spouse should be a weird little guy, you know.
Mm-hmm. A worm.
You should be comfortable.
Let's be real.
I love you in wormness and in health.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. I know. Olympics, they're coming. But then I was just thinking about sports. And I feel like I've maybe asked you this before, but I can't remember. Sort of, you can answer two different ways. Is there a sport that you would like to learn? Like just a sport where you're like, you know what, I think I would really like to learn how to play that. Or is there one where you just wish you were really good at it? You can answer both.
Well, my client today had a funny story about their ski instructor trying to date them.
Okay.
Where, so I was tattooing a woman, she's divorced, and she was getting ski lessons, and a guy who was not her ski instructor, another ski instructor, had his friend fall down
Oh my God.
near her, and then she went to help him, and then he came over to introduce himself. But it was like a point of entry kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
So that was just a
An
funny,
interesting way to go
a funny
about
thing.
it. Yeah.
But then she was like, there was a lot of effort, so I went on a date with him. Did not work out.
Okay, whatever.
But, and I've said it before, is you like to ski,
I do.
but I did not grow up skiing or even like winter sports or anything at all. But I love it. And obviously the Winter Olympics is what we're talking about. Is happening
Oh,
this
yeah.
Friday. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm singing like the Olympic theme in my head right now.
Yeah.
But I want to try snowboarding.
Yeah.
I think
you
that would be
should.
really fun. I'm like, because I don't have ski baggage.
Right. Yeah. You,
You know,
don't. Yeah.
so-
You don't really know. You've skied a couple times,
Yeah,
but nothing real.
yeah.
Also, you have big feet,
Thank you. Thank you.
and I feel like it just makes skiing maybe harder. Like just a lot to contend with.
I was
there.
joking, so-
Snowboarding might be easier.
The snowboarding, just to reminding me of big feet. So the first girl I tattooed today, your friend,
Yeah, Maddie.
she's very short.
Yes, she is.
And right now she's taking ice skating lessons.
Oh, is she really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And so we were joking I was like, Maddie, because I'm also short,
Yeah.
and I was like, at least if you fall,
You're close to the
you're
ground.
close to the ground. And she was like,
I mean, same shit for skiing and snowboarding.
but she was like, you're so right. Because she rides horses.
Yeah.
And she's like, when you fall off of a horse,
It's the size of the horse.
it's way further.
Yeah.
So we were just,
Which, poor Maddie. She has a crazy horse.
Yeah.
So
we
she
were
does experience
we
that
were
a
just
lot.
joking about it, but I was like, if you're close to the ground, it's way easier. Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
snowboarding would be something
Okay.
that I would like to try.
Yeah.
I
love that.
actually get lessons one time and like actually like push for it. I think that would be
There's
fun.
still a little time left in this season, so maybe there's a random day. Maybe.
I'm open.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't hate the idea.
I like that. Okay.
I think that would be really fun. If there was one sport that I would want to be good at,
Yeah.
like-
I don't know. Could just be for the cool factor.
or the cool factor, I mean, what's like the coolest sport? Like, I don't know.
I mean, being a snowboarder is pretty cool. Being
being a
like a
snowboarder is-
surfer.
surfer's cool. Those are like cross-pollinating for sure.
There's obviously a ton of other ones that I'm forgetting.
I'm trying to think of
right
like
now.
what just cool. Like it's not football or basketball or baseball or any of those. There's like, what's like a cool, like skill? Like a,
Yeah.
I mean, what's the biathlon?
Yeah. I literally knew you were gonna say that.
Like
or just like shooting in general.
Well, who
or
was the guy
something.
from the Summer Olympics? The guy from Turkey, who like didn't
Just
wear.
in a t-shirt?
He didn't wear any of the
Just
gear, and he got
like-
silver. He silver medaled, and he just
He
held
looked
it
like a
like
dad. Just looked like the most
perfect.
dad of dads.
Like no sight, no extra shit, because the everyone made fun of the Japanese guy.
Yeah,
who
who was
had
in full tactical
kit. It was like the
gear
most
and-
insane kit possible. And then the guy from Turkey just like
Whoop-ow.
whoop-ow, whatever. Like that's
it's pretty badass.
kind of as cool as it gets.
Ooh, or like sword fighting, like
Ooh, fencing.
katana fighting or something.
Actually, now that you're saying it, like any martial art is fucking cool.
That's true.
Right, like
well, so I was gonna say, I would love to be a lot better at skiing,
yeah.
but I think it'd be fucking cool to be like a really good gymnast.
Well, oh my God. Well,
Like just
yeah.
to be able to be so fit
Control
in your
of your
entire,
body.
such control of your body.
It's insane
Which I would
physi-
imagine would help with a lot of other sports.
What were we listening
I know, what was
watching where they live longer?
it? Yeah.
There was like something where like the
They have like
gymnast-
6 or 10 years on
the average lifespan.
The average lifespan.
Yeah. And it was gymnast and something else that was interesting.
I don't remember the other thing, but it was definitely gymnasts. And yeah, I think it's just like the discipline they have with their body, how in touch they are with their entire body.
Oh, it was like gymnasts and
flexibility.
pole vaulters.
Oh yeah, and I
and
think the inversion
The
is a big part of it as well.
Inversion is a huge part of it, which I was balding.
Oh yeah.
And we started doing way more yoga, and I'm convinced. Now
It helped.
my lifestyle did get better in general.
Yes.
I was definitely in my 20s.
You looked so much older in your 20s.
I was loose.
Yeah.
I was loose.
But that's okay. But yeah, you started doing some down dogs.
And I'm
Getting
convinced-
blood flow.
I'm convinced
to
that
your
the blood
head.
flow.
Yeah.
And if you go back, like Jack Kerouac, did you ever read On the Road or
I did,
anything?
yeah,
So he taught. What was the book? Maybe Desolation Angels. There's a book where he like spent a year working out west, like watching for forest fires. Like,
Okay, yeah,
In a
yeah.
little thingy.
Perch or something.
But he was convinced that doing headstands every day,
yeah.
like made him healthier or
Yeah.
whatever. But ever since I read that, I've been like, there's something to it.
People swear by those
Inversion.
inversion tables.
Inversion table, obviously great for your vertebrae.
Also, just like a pain in the ass to store.
Where you have
Where
to-
do you put
I
them?
don't know,
You have to have their own little
it's
corner
ridiculous, yeah,
room,
yeah,
something.
Yeah, you have to have your
Yeah.
own thing. But I definitely think there's something to it. Yeah, I don't know. You know, everybody's into jujitsu. Like it's like
Yeah.
a huge thing right
Yeah.
now. But I don't mind being physical. I think if I was to do though, the idea of like rolling or like submitting somebody,
Yeah.
pulling, but
I don't want to do anything necessarily like, well, I've talked about this many times. I'm not competitive.
Right.
So I don't really like doing anything against somebody.
Yeah.
I can just be a good skier.
Although,
I
I
don't
mean,
have to.
The
I can
all the
just-
equestrian stuff, you're beating other people.
I hate the competition of it.
You
And
love the competition.
No, I really don't. I love it after the fact if I've done well, as anybody. No, I will say I've said this to my trainer Courtney. I've said this to other people I ride with. I'm like, I really enjoy everything about a horse show except being in the ring.
That's so funny.
Like, it's fine, and I love jumping. I love the act of riding and jumping and then everything else that goes with it. But the minute I know I'm being judged or timed, or if I mess up, it's a fault, I hate that pressure.
Yeah.
I hate it, and it stresses me out. And honestly, I don't think I perform very well under it. I've had some fine shows where I did well, sort of probably based on my competition not being that hard. But like the excitement of the competition does not drive me. It's more of an anxiety of it that stresses me out. And then once I'm out of the ring, I'm like, oh, let's just go like hang out. Like
I feel like I've always been reluctantly competitive.
Okay, pray tell.
So it's like, I want everybody to get on the same train in the same boat, and I want to lift up everyone together.
Okay, yeah.
But the second that you're like, don't want to do it, or you're confrontational, or you refuse, when I know like, this is a good idea,
Yeah.
and you don't want to do it, then you're in the same sector or field, then my mind shifts and I'm like, I have to destroy you.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm completely
yeah.
I'm sorry that you don't want to do it with me, but that means I have to absolutely decimate you.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
That's it.
I will always,
Yeah.
I have an open door policy. I'm like, if I'm doing something and you want to be involved, I will do everything to make you successful.
Yeah.
I will absolutely care, and I will work so hard to make sure that this works.
But the minute you put a wall up.
The minute you're like, nah, I think it's a bad idea, or I don't want to do it, or I don't want to be a part of it, and you're trying
Like no willingness to
Yeah.
listen or
Then I'm like-
understand your point of view.
then I'm like, sorry,
Fine.
sorry, I have to annihilate your existence.
And then it's like, all right,
And I will never
competition. It's
do
on.
it maliciously. I will
Yeah.
never do anything to slander somebody.
Yeah.
I will never do anything. I will never talk shit. It
You-
feels gross.
You don't.
No, I will never.
It's pretty wild. And like, I have to check myself because sometimes I come home and I'm like, I want to tell you some stuff. And you either will listen and not really respond. You never really say anything about it to the point where I'm like, why did I even say this? That's so stupid. And never, fucking swear to God, in the, I don't even know, almost 12 years that we've known each other now, I don't think you have ever come to me with like any sort of gossip, any sort of thing, unless it was something like, this is just information that I need
Right,
to
right,
share
right.
with you. Good job.
It has no value to me.
Well, and that's the thing. It has no value. And I think it's so important to like, if you're about to say something, really, really take a quick moment to say, does this add value to the situation I'm in right now? Does it add value to the relationship that I'm sharing it with? Does that add any value to my life in general? Or is it only just a thing to spew that, I don't know, could potentially then get out further that could harm the, it's just like, is it only
The
going to cause
easiest-
harm or do nothing? And if that's the answer, don't fucking say it.
The
Who
easiest
cares?
thing you can do is focus on what other people are doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's the absolute easiest thing you can do. And it makes you feel good when you
Yeah.
focus on what other people are doing wrong.
Yeah.
The hard thing to do is to try and shift your mindset to always be like, what are they doing right?
Oh,
Like in a business
Oh,
setting,
yeah.
or where it's like,
Yep.
okay, well, I'm going to go on a tangent. I was talking, must have been my client today, but when you're younger, you always focus on why is this other person successful,
yeah,
right? And then you focus on so much what they're doing wrong.
right.
You're like, well, this person, they're bad at social media, or I know they're cheating on their girlfriend, or they don't even know how to play their instrument.
Still understanding that they're successful in whatever they're doing.
But they're blowing up. They're getting so popular. They're
yeah.
doing whatever. I'm talking from my specific sector, which is the creative sector.
Right.
But this applies to anything. If you're in law, if you're in finance, if you're
Right.
a fucking doctor, why is this person getting promotions? What are they doing? When you're focused on that, you're often only looking at their faults all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're always like, well, I'm doing this thing better than them, this thing better than them.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what you're not focused on is, what are they doing right?
Yeah. And are those things more important
Not
to
even more
the
im-
situation?
and-
Is that why they're getting their promotion?
I don't even like to think about, are they more important? But it's like, am I not doing those?
Okay.
Right? So how do I apply those to me
Yeah.
in my situation, what I'm doing, and learn from those things?
Right.
So you have to stop focusing on only the negative,
Right.
then everything is negative. You know?
Yeah. Well, what was that? I think maybe we talked about this last time, but just that like,
If your input,
if your input is only negativity,
then what are you?
well, I think it's just like if all you're focused on are negative things, negative feelings, negative experiences, then you're going to be negative.
Yeah.
Like that is just basically your chemical balance and science and
So yeah, I think if you can talk less shit,
yeah.
clean your room, focus on bettering yourself, only judging yourself by your own success, not other people's. And then instead of when you see the bad things people are doing, focused on what's wrong with it, be like, what are the things I can learn?
Yeah. From it.
Those are my 5 pillars.
Yeah.
I forget what I just said.
Be surprised.
Yeah, be surprised. Yeah, I forget what I just said, but I'm going to listen back later.
Yeah,
and be
yeah,
like,
you'll write
these
it
are-
down. I don't even know what you just said.
Yeah.
I feel like I was already thinking about something else.
What were you thinking about?
Well, I think we both listened to this podcast today, and just the idea of risk versus uncertainty.
Did I tell you that my client brought up Dave Ramsey? Did I tell you that?
No, really?
So 2 days ago, I was tattooing a woman, and she was like, I'm doing like a Dave Ramsey finance thing with my church, which
I didn't know Dave Ramsey at all.
I did not either, and I didn't realize there was a whole like Christian aspect to his shit.
Yeah.
But he's the finance guru of all finance gurus. You know,
Yeah.
that's his whole thing.
Yeah.
Is that where you were going?
Continue. I'll get back to my point.
Well, I just thought it was so funny that now we both have listened to this Arthur Brooks podcast with Dave Ramsey.
Right.
But it was like brought up the other day,
Well, that's always what happens.
non-related.
You find out about something, and then it's everywhere.
You see it, you buy a car, now you see it everywhere.
Right. No, my
Yeah.
point was this was a concept that he brought up, which I just thought was really interesting. And he's talking to Arthur Brooks, so it's all about finding happiness and creating happiness and what is happiness.
Which, if people don't know Arthur Brooks, I think we talked about it before, but please look into him.
Oh, yes.
Like, if you want financial literacy and happiness, he's
Yeah,
the guy.
just kind of overall.
Yeah.
But it was like all around the idea of why planning can be so important for, there's the thing, whatever you want to call it, make plans, God laughs.
Of course.
But in terms of kind of forcing yourself into, scratch that, how planning does not necessarily reduce risk, but it can reduce uncertainty, and how most people who are uncertain about something are not going to have, a joyful happiness about it, but you can still be very happy even with risk as long as you've sort of instilled this plan.
Right.
I don't know if you want to elaborate on that. I feel like you probably understood a little bit better, but I just thought it was really fascinating.
Well, I think it's the concept of a pre-mortem. So it's like any time that you go ahead, like this is sort of separate from what Ramsey was saying and establishing a plan, but it's like if you go ahead and you understand that this is the cost, this is the risk, and this is what can possibly happen because I'm choosing this.
Exactly.
Well, now you have control over that, right?
Exactly,
And I
and
think
you can literally plan for it.
you can plan
You
for
can plan
the
for
worst.
almost just your emotions.
You can
like
plan for the worst situation.
Right.
What is it's the fucking Bezos thing, and where it's like, what causes stress? Inaction.
Right.
Not knowing.
Right.
That's when you're stressed.
Right. That's the uncertainty.
The uncertainty is what is stress.
Right. Because then you just spiral. Then it could be anything.
Which is why a lot of depending on other people, getting out of control with debt, letting other people decide things for you, that's when you feel, well, you feel untethered.
Yeah.
You feel like you're not in control.
Right.
Because you've let someone else take control over your decisions,
Right.
what you have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think what Ramsey was sort of saying, which recommend this podcast.
Yeah.
It was a really fun one. It's only an hour long, you know,
Yeah.
but you sort of get a lot of really good tidbits of information. It's sort of like you need to make a plan for how you want to spend your money and what you want to invest in and what you want to spend it on. You know, and if you're spending waiting for the result for the next day, if you're waiting for tomorrow to have to pay it, what is
I don't know what you're saying.
like borrowing today to pay tomorrow? I'm just like,
Oh,
if you don't have
borrowing from Peter to pay Paul.
Paul, that's the term.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I like couldn't find it in my mind
Yeah.
right then. And you're just hoping that it's never going to come.
Yeah, yeah.
Then when it does come, you're not prepared
Exactly.
because you blatantly ignored the obvious in front of you.
Okay, I almost understand what you just said.
Yeah, that was kind of convoluted.
I get it though. I get it. Yeah, yeah. I think
But
what
I did,
you said earlier.
But
was
when you're
the right-
younger,
yeah.
you never have a plan because you think tomorrow
No.
will never come. You know, you're like, you're sort
So you think tomorrow will never come, or you think that it's going to be exactly how you think it's going to be, and you don't plan for the possibility that
Yeah.
that things could happen that are going to completely derail you.
I think they did all the statistical analysis. It was like over 800 studies or something, and it was like millionaires always plan for 10 years.
Right, right.
So they're making a 10-year plan at
Right.
all times.
Right.
This is what I'm planning to spend. This is what I'm planning to have come in from whatever different streams. This is what I'm investing
Or just
in.
what is the thing that I'm investing in or doing,
Right.
and how will it affect my life in 10 years?
Yeah.
Does this have longevity? Is there a point to it
Well, is
for
this like,
that 10-year mark?
is this appreciating value? Am I
Right.
putting my money in a place that was additive to my life or
Right.
something, you know? And I also think like we like to have way more fun and we're in the creative sector.
That's what I was just about to say. Like, but then you also have to live. You also have to have
think, like-
spontaneous moments. But maybe you should just make sure you have a little stockpile for those moments.
Yeah, I think when do you feel peace and less stress? Well, if you have savings,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
If you can weather the storm,
Yeah.
if you have an unexpected $10,000 expense,
Yeah, you want to make sure that
Are you ready
can do-
for it?
Yeah,
and most people, what do they say? Most Americans have less than $3,000
yeah.
that they
Yeah.
could just spend in case of an emergency.
Right.
What emergency is less than
$3,000.
$3,000?
I know, exactly.
I don't even know like car expenses anymore. It's crazy.
I don't know, knock on wood that we don't have any, but.
Like if your fucking alternator goes out, that's $1,000 right
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah,
You know, it's like, what is $3,000 going to get you?
yeah.
Nothing. Start
Yeah.
planning ahead.
Yeah.
And this is me on the verge of 40 years old
I was going
now.
to say, this is us not knowing anything about financial advice.
I've never had money, ever,
Yeah,
at all.
me
So-
neither.
This is a whole learning thing right now. What does it look like?
Yeah.
Also, full disclosure, we still don't have money.
Yeah, exactly. But we're learning.
But
We're learning.
Well, you got to learn.
It's never too late to learn.
Do you want to speak a language? Do you want to speak the language of
Yeah.
money? Well, you better educate yourself on how people communicate, right?
Right.
How do you
Right.
talk about it? Be open about it.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing I've been pressing younger artists and people I'm working with now is like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you're charging. What are your expenses? What are you doing with your money? Where are you putting it? Because when I was 20, no one talked to me about it.
Yeah.
No one took the time to even mention
Yeah.
that. I'm so frustrated that when I was in art school,
Yeah.
there was no concern over, well, how do you price your paintings? You know, what are
That is so-
deductions?
yeah, that's
what do you do
wild.
with your finances? Okay, you're self-employed. Okay, what does that look like? You
Yeah.
know?
Taxes.
Yeah, never, not even close. And they introduced, I remember when I was leaving, there was like art management, like there was like a business / art thing you could do, but it was mainly for people who wanted to go into
Not be an artist.
not be an artist,
in the art business world.
but wanted to work in the art business world. But maybe there is now. I'm old.
There might be. Yeah, I
That's-
would hope so.
I'm almost 20 years removed from college now at this point.
But still, there wasn't when you were there.
And I get it. You're trying to create the best artist. That's the focus. But
Everyone has to make a living, though.
but artists are full-rounded humans.
They have to eat. They have to have shelter.
Yeah.
They want to live a life.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of fascinating. It's like, it's school. I mean, really, school in general doesn't teach you anything about actually living.
Talk about what is AI doing? It's like, what are they supposed to learn now?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to learn in school?
I don't know, when you just have it at your fingertips.
When you can just ask, and then,
How to learn,
well,
which
it would
is
be critical thinking.
not
right?
happening.
Right.
I mean, that's one of the biggest. Honestly, I actually feel like my high school did a better job of that than my college did.
Yeah.
But that is, I feel like that, unless you were going for a specific career path in college where you basically have to have those sort of elementary 4 years to build on to go get your master's, PhD, doctorate, whatever, you're learning how to learn. You're learning how to be able to go out into the world and critically think and problem solve and do all these things. That shit was not happening when I was in college.
Yeah.
And what a shame. I really, when I think back on school and learning, I immediately go back to high school and how they taught, not even necessarily what they taught. I remember like some things, but it was just like how the teachers approached learning, all differently.
Right.
But it's still, I mean, yeah, it's just weird to think about. And I almost feel like the 4 years in college were just like information spewed at me. I mean, I remember I had a fucking political philosophy class that was taught by an adjunct professor. So, you know, this might have been my junior or senior year. I'm 21, 22. She was probably 24. And she spoke on the first day, and then she assigned each of us a topic to research and cover, and then teach to the class on a certain day. And that was the whole fucking semester. I was taught by my classmates. I taught my classmates a subject matter, and a very cerebral subject matter, mind you, where you actually do need to critically think about it and massage it and play with it. But what? Like, what the fuck is that?
Because now that would also be irrelevant because your AI assistant would just
Formulate
do
it all for you. But
yeah, very fascinating.
anyway, I do think that you teach how to think and how to learn.
Well, you probably need it to exist more as a third space where people are having real human interaction and contact. Probably need to return to human interaction.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so. I mean, some of my best moments of the day are just having conversations with you or other people. It's just like I feel like I'm the most on it when I'm in conversation
You're hungry
with somebody.
for it, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's why I like get hyped for Monday evenings to do the podcast because I'm like, cool, pretty much like uninterrupted 45 minutes to an hour of just conversation, which like that is such little time. I mean, we still talk all the time when it's just the two of us. But when you think about just how much conversation, I mean, we're watching Mad Men right now. And all the every scene, there is some crazy interaction going on. I know it's a show, but it's based on a period of time. And even just like the way they entertained.
Right.
And the conversations that would happen. Like I said, I know it's a fucking show, and I know it's scripted, and I know it's dramatized. But, I mean, I remember even just being a kid when my parents would have their friends over.
They play cards.
Would sit around the dining room table and yap.
Yep.
And yap. And there's just not that, I'm sure I don't know. I mean, even amongst our friends, like, absolutely love our friends, love hanging out with them. But to think about a lot of us just sitting around our dining room table and having a conversation, TV's not on, phones are not in people's hands, and we're just talking like that. That sounds almost exhausting.
Well,
as much as it sounds exciting and cool.
I'm gonna wrap it up with saying sort of, this is the tagline for tonight.
Okay.
Everyone needs to be a little more gay.
Okay.
They need to be good at yapping.
Yeah, gay.
All right? Everybody needs to just get a little more gay.
Get a little more gay.
So if that's our gift to the world.
A little more gay.
A little more gay.
I love it. All right. Cheers. Get gay.